Most businesses think they're repurposing content, but really they're just chopping up random seconds from a long video and calling it a day, keeping them busy but not effective. No wonder it's not working. I'm going to show you the free AI tool I use to actually plan and repurpose content the right way, so you never run out of ideas and your content actually gets attention. So let me start with the big lie all these big creators are kind of putting in your head, saying that you have to be on every single platform. And simply said, you're not Gary Vee, Alex Hormozi, because these people, they have a content team behind them. For example, Alex Hormozi, his content team costs $180,000 per month. And that's why you can see Alex Hormozi everywhere. That's why he can post 3 shorts on each platform every day and 3 long form videos. We can't simply keep up with that. And that said, Alex Hormozi only spends like 7% on his content because of this huge team he has. So something we as normal business, we can't just copy and try it ourselves, because otherwise we're going to burn out, neglect our business, or we're going to be broke because we're trying to keep up with this with the same costs. Yeah, so that's why you're taking now your YouTube video, try to chop it up so you can post it on LinkedIn, Instagram, TikTok, whatever platform it is. And the problem is it's not going to work, simply because, first of all, each platform is behaving differently. And there's a huge difference between a long form video and a short form video. Meaning, the 3 seconds for a short form video, and especially the first scene, are crucial to keeping people in the loop. This is like the thumbnail and title of a YouTube video. While an intro usually on YouTube is like, you can say like 30 seconds long, like 20, 30 seconds long. Yeah, 3 seconds. If you can't keep people in the door, they're swiping. And you can see this in the analytics of each platform itself. So that's a huge problem. So you can't just chop up a video and hoping it's going to last. Another problem is as well that each platform is differently by their algorithm, how they shaped. Like, what do they prefer? For example, if you're talking about YouTube, YouTube wants the watch time, the watch hour, because the longer the person is staying on the platform, the better. And they try to determine how satisfied each viewer is. They're doing some service behind, and I mean, it's super complex, the algorithm obviously behind YouTube. But that's why, for example, the most important metric for YouTube is like watch time and how many times they keep coming back to your channel. While we compare it now to Instagram, for example, here it's very crucial, the send feature, because Instagram saying, we want to connect people together. So the more sends you have, the bigger the push your content is kind of getting there. On the other hand, now LinkedIn wants engagement, and therefore it's very important that you're having lots of comments. And that's why you see on LinkedIn all these AI comments as well. And you're seeing people commenting on each other, etc. So that's why what's working on one platform won't work on another platform. So that's why it's very, very crucial to create each content piece basically for each platform. And that's why if you're just chopping it up because you're using, for example, Opus Clips, yeah, you will keep yourself or your team busy with content that won't do anything, just so people have more noise to scroll, keep past it, you know? But here is now the game changer. My AI tool, it's Notebook LM, it's free, it's from Google. So let me show you here. This is the platform. In the beginning, you get like featured notebooks. It's like various stuff from other people. So it's like, I don't know, I usually just ignore it. And then you can always here create new notebooks. I'll quickly show you what it is about. So you could implement here files. It says like PDF, text, markdown, audios, for example, MP3. Very interesting, show you later why. It can access to your Google Drive. Then links, very interesting. You can put websites, YouTube videos, very interesting as well for us, and pasted text. So that said, and very new is also Discover sources. So instead of like using Perplexity, you can also use this, saying, hey, I'm writing now a video about the growth of Alex Hormozi on YouTube, and I could just ask it there, and it would get me like several blog posts, videos, different sources of what could help me building this video. That said, I'm currently on the Pro plan, so I would have up to 300, but as I said, it's also available for free users with up to 50 sources. So that's the difference. So then I'll show you, if I'm going to put here then a link from our video from our channel. So I can put it in here. And it would upload it now automatically, the video. It's kind of basically taken the script from the video. If I click here, you see, okay, this is here the video, and then it gives me already like key topics again, like, okay, competing with AI. So I could click here, it would generate me quickly some stuff. As you can see, discuss competing with AI. And also, as you can see, taken here the whole script from YouTube. Basically, that's what it does. And the cool thing is now I could now basically talk back and forth about this video. Okay, tell me more about this. I can create mind maps, reports, as you can see, briefing docs, study guides, FAQs, a timeline, a video overview. This is brand new. Then they're having also the podcast overview, the audio overview, which came out a year ago, if I'm not wrong. And it was very spectacular because it sounded like very human, like two people going back and forth, kind of having a conversation about the sources you had there. And the same thing, basically, they're doing now with the video overview, which is now like just one person talking, but with some slides on top of it. The slides, they look I think, very neat and pretty minimalistic. I'll show you in a bit more about this. So let me now show you the cool thing about why Notebook LM is so crazy good. So I put here, for example, all our videos from our channel. If you have all your links as well, what you can do is, like, if you're going to put like each link here, it's going to take you ages. What you can do instead, if you have multiple links, you can just paste them here and you can put them all underneath as well. So you don't need to waste like hours pasting all your 50, 200, 300 videos in there. Then what we also do is very, very important is obviously Notebook LM needs to understand who we're trying to talk to, what are they like. So what we have here is our empathy map. It's just a text document. I put it as an MD, so it has less files, less size. I have here then the voice of customer through LinkedIn DMs. So everything what we talk about with potential clients on LinkedIn. Then the first start, what you always can do is just through Perplexity. So you just ask, hey, I want the real voice of customer from our clients. In our case, they're coaches, consultant, advisors who have been posting on YouTube. What are their desires, pain points, what they're really saying, and very important. And then obviously what you can do as well, very important, I think, are from sales calls. So you can do the same thing. What are they actually saying? What are they like? Are there frequent questions asked? And now I'm having all my videos in here. And the best thing about Notebook LM compared to other sources, like first of all, we're having now different sources all in it. So you can see I'm having now almost 30 videos in here with different text documents. So it's like matching now, putting everything together, and I can talk about everything at the same time. That said, I can always just toggle them on and off, whatever I need. For example, I don't need now the empathy map because I'm asking very specifically something about the videos, could be. And very importantly, it's like, it's not hallucinating. Hallucinating means like if you're asking, for example, ChatGPT, Gemini, you're saying, hey, here's my script. And suddenly it's starting to screw up things, like inventing stuff from outside. And this is something that Notebook LM does not. And we'll see in a bit. It's like, well, I can just do add note. It's just my bad. If you're going to do here, click here. It's just like one of the suggestions. And then the cool thing I'm gonna show you is it's gonna quote basically from where it's getting the information from. So this is very, very important to me. So as you can already see, okay, this is us. And so here it's already quoting one of the videos. Like here's one of the videos and the next one here as well. Here is another from another video. So it's like quoting from different stuff. And that is also very, very good. So I did actually when I tried to analyze my LinkedIn DMs, I tried it first with ChatGPT, the 03 version, and it was like inventing so many things. Then I put it back to Notebook LM. I was like, okay, I can trust this now 100% because I know it's not hallucinating. So very, very important. But okay, how can you get now all these ideas, as I said? Like, how can you start repurposing with purpose? So I have created some prompts. You can get them all for free as well. I will put them all for you together so you can start as well. So the first one is basically, so I'm having here now all these different videos of mine, and each video is speaking about different topics. For example, there's one video, how to get more views. Could be, we're talking about the audience itself. We're talking about maybe creating the voice of customer document. We're talking about titles. We're talking about thumbnails. We're talking about both together. So there are already 4 pieces I could talk, or 5, in different angles, maybe for a LinkedIn post, maybe for my newsletter to go more deep dive to nurture people. But it could also be I want to create a new YouTube video where I'm just focusing maybe just on titles or maybe just on thumbnails or just the audience. So just as an idea. So I'm having here this prompt, which is basically, okay, from all these uploaded documents, please identify now the top most painful problems for our ideal customers. That's why the empathy map and the voice of customer is important. And then I'll just say, okay, problem 1, and then idea 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, and then it's going to give me for each one now different ideas already of what I can tackle, of where I just changed the angle, I just changed the tone of voice, the different outcome. So there's all these different perspective. And as I said, for each platform, I could create now a video where I'm going to say for LinkedIn, hey, this is the post now. And the CTA is going to be comment, what is your thought? Or on Instagram, as I said, it's like, okay, if this was helpful, send this to your business friend or a friend in general, send it to more people so I can get these different KPIs, hitting them to grow on each platform. While on YouTube, we're usually having a whole different point of view, and our goals are more deep dives, etc. So now it gives me, okay, low conversion of low views and lead clients. So it could say, okay, the conversion first YouTube strategy, turn your podcast into a client magnet, for example, measuring what matters, tracking your podcast through ROI with link analytics, the 7-hour rule. And then another problem could be lack of clear podcast strategy and goals. It could be, as you can see, I'm getting now for each like 10 problems, and it's giving me all different topics. So as I said, now I can create for each topic. I can take now this idea and then write a script for each platform separately. The next one is I could also say, okay, based on the uploaded documents, I could try to write a script. So we're going to say, okay, the topic is a specific client pain point. So I would take the first one. Where is the problem? That was the first. So problem 1, low conversion of high views and leads. So I could talk about this, put it in here, and then let's see what it's going to write me. So it's like about low conversion of views to leads to clients. Structure the script with a hook, 3 main points, and a strong call to action. The tone should be educational and authoritative, but also relatable, so that we always speaking to our audience, obviously. Now we're going to wait a second, and here's already starting. Okay, the view strap. So, all right, business owners, coaches, consultants, you're churning out fantastic content on YouTube week after week. You're interviewing maybe influential guests. You're posting consistently, and the views, they're decent. So now it's giving me the hook. 45 seconds, though, a little bit too long. And then we're having main point 1 where we can talk. Then we're having main point 2 and so on. And at the end, it's going to have then a strong call to action. Unlock your client magnet. So this is a possibility. That said, it's not 100% polished. So with most AIs, it's usually just giving me the first draft, the first push, and not the final product. So please be aware of this. And then the next one is, as I said, okay, now we can also take this and put it then for a text post for LinkedIn, for example, where we are like, besides YouTube is my second platform where I'm creating content. So based on the uploaded videos and voice of customer and empathy documents, generate a social media text post no longer than 200 words, because we want to keep it short, because we need to remember that people are just scrolling. The topic is then here, again, we putting here then a specific topic. So I could take again the low conversion from the leads, etc., and post it in here. And then the post is goal to drive curiosity and get the target audience to click and read more. So this is usually on LinkedIn, when it's like you need to click to, you only see the first 2 lines. And the first 2 lines must be powerful, curiosity-driven hook. The language should be simple and easy to read at a 6th grade level. Avoiding all jargon. The body of the post should be broken up with short paragraphs, making it easy to scan on a mobile device. Very important, because most of the people are just scanning on their phone between maybe calls when they're waiting for something, etc., or maybe just at the break. And then the short post should focus on a specific pain point or desire for my audience, so that they are very curious then to read this, obviously. So then we having here, okay, your YouTube views aren't paying the bills, are they? You're stuck in the view strap, lots of eyeballs, 0 paying eyeballs. There's a smarter way. And then it's creating me already a post. That said, it's not that broken up as I want it. So I would need to adjust it, make it even shorter. So in the final version, I will give you the prompt where it's going to be giving you even shorter sentences, like that every sentence is basically standing by itself. That's sometimes the problem, that you're not always getting the 100% of accuracy with these prompts. But that said, we can also say, okay, you know what? I created a script, for example. So what I do is usually when I record stuff so when I record stuff, just before I usually start recording and filming, I plan my videos simply by recording the video, and then I'm just gonna get the bullet points ordered quickly with AI, which makes the most sense, which is the most novel to get like people staying hooked, so that the retention is staying high and people are not getting bored. And with that, also what you can do is, if you want to plan afterwards, okay, can you please, I have here my script, and can you please create 5 YouTube titles and details video description. The title should be a mix of curiosity and problem and solution. A listicle option as well. The title should no longer be than 56 characters. Very important, because otherwise it's going to be hidden and not readable, and therefore it can hurt your CTR. And then we have a description which should be no longer than 2 sentences and include relevant keywords, so that you can get a little bit pushed by the SEO algorithm. I'm usually not really focusing on that. And now we're having here, I'm talking about RPM in this case, how to attract like high ticket clients, and the YouTube secret metric, find high value clients. Doesn't sound bad at all. The only thing I don't like, the column, that's the only thing I don't like, but it's a very good start. Views don't convert, fix your YouTube strategy. Quite broad, but yeah, it's fine. Unlock high ticket sales, the RPM advantage. The number 1 YouTube metric for high ticket clients. This one is actually good. I might even use this as an option. And then the video description, uncover the hidden YouTube RPM metric that reveals if your videos are truly attracting high ticket clients, allowing you to fine tune your strategy from more views to valuable sales conversion. Stop guessing and start targeting the right audience and managers and CEOs for your premium offers. Check out our website. Okay. The last one doesn't sound too good, but it's a good start, I think. So that said, because I'm always just rambling around the ideas, I can also take this and ask it, okay, can you please create me now an intro for the hook for the whole video, or the outro as well. And so I can do this all now in Notebook LM as well, because it has now the whole video concept idea. And as I said, it's not really hallucinating. It already knows exactly what I'm going to say. So that is very, very good. So here's the first one. Are your YouTube views are truly attracting high ticket clients, or are you just getting eyeballs without the conversions? I mean, it sounds already good. The length is quite good too. It's not too long. It's not too short, I would say. And then we're having also the outro where it's going, okay, prompt to subscribe. Usually don't do this because it's just a vanity metrics, but check out related videos. That's what is something I would always advise. Or the second option, depending on what style of the video it was, prompt click to link in description, totally fine. So, and it also, it's going to be related to the video. So it's not just going to be, hey, click the link down below and it like video is over. No, it's still like kind of resonating with what was said before. So very, very good as well. Now, that said, I have also now, if you like in our channel, because you're learning so much with us, we having, what you can also do is I'm having here a big prompt, which is basically giving you the whole strategy of ours, so that you can always go back and forth of what we're saying and how you can implement this in your strategy. So I created this prompt, which is basically about the audience and content alignment. It is about the key. So it's about audience and content alignment, very important. As I said, it's like how to create maybe the voice of customer, etc. The conversion and lead generation funnel, which is like what most people are missing. And then last but not least, monetization and the sales strategy, so that you're actually getting clients and not just views. And now it would give you basically the whole blueprint of what we're saying in our channel from all these over 30 videos. The only thing I wouldn't need was clicking the voice of customers, so I should have not have them toggled on. And then it kind of gives you already the blueprint of what you can learn from us. So very, very interesting. as you said here, okay, core principle of identifying your real audience. And then voice of customer. So what you would do is you would put your voice of customer and your empathy map in there and talk a little bit about your channel, what you're doing in your channel, so that you're having then this blueprint basically for you already as a start on what you can improve on your channel and how you can actually get more out of your YouTube channel without us even talking. And obviously, if you're ready, you can always talk to us. And that said, we have also then, very interesting, I think, if you're having then your channel, like with your videos, I'm toggling them all on again, we're having also a prompt which can analyze now if you're speaking to your audience. So that's like, are we talking really to your audience, or are we talking totally flat, or like something which is not resonating with them? So this is something now I can check here as well. So it's like very, very useful for me. So I can say, okay, my strategy is working, or yeah, it's not working. So this is always kind of grounding me back. And as I said, it's checking out my whole scripts again. This is not something Gemini or ChatGPT can do. Like, tell me any AI that can look at your channel of all your videos you uploaded. Plus, on top of that, you have the voice of customer, the empathy map, like you have documents on top of that as well. Obviously, you can put PDFs if you have as well. So this is something no other AI can do, which I'm aware of. All right, now it took a while, so this must be very good today. So we're having an 8.5 of 10. So not a 10, so there's a slight improvement still possible, 1.5 points from the perfect score. And then it's going to tell me, okay, what I'm okay, first the alignment, what we are doing good. And then at the end, it's going to tell me, okay, here is the disalignment. So what I'm going to do, difficulty getting big name guest stuff. So it's still about podcasting, for example, shouting into the void. I should be more in this stuff, which is just getting, for example, it was shouting in the void. It's what I got through the voice of customer, through Perplexity, for example, what people are saying on Reddit. So very interesting. Okay, now that said, we can also take this now and say, okay, according to this, what am I not saying? So what are the content gaps? So it's not just telling me the score. Now it's telling me what are the gaps which I am not addressing in my videos yet? Are there anything which are like, you should talk about this topic, as it just said, like the voice, the shouting into the void, it would give me this as well. So now it can give me this as well. So now based on my voice of customer and empathy map, here's what I should talk about. Offers not compelling or unique enough. And then untackle the pain point, clarifying diverse service offerings to avoid audience confusion. I should talk about comprehensive editing best practices beyond just intro and thumbnails. I'm not 100% sure if that would relate to my audience though, because I'm pretty sure you just outsource it. That's the smartest move. So if you didn't know this, outsource at best your videos. It's not worth your time, because editing is taking one of the longest time probably in the video production. How ideal clients find niche business owners on YouTube. I kind of said that, but yeah, we can double down on this. So this is already giving me now ideas on what to do, what ideas I'm not really talking to my target audience, which they are very interested. And now, last but not least, the last prompt is, okay, you could create now maybe a webinar, maybe a masterclass, or maybe even a book. So if you have lots of content, because I'm always saying your YouTube channel can be the biggest engine. You don't need to reinvent yourself or anything. So I have now here this prompt, which is basically giving me everything from my voice of customer with my YouTube videos. What you could do as well is, like, as I said, we're having the voice of customer from sales calls, but you could also do is like taking all the classes like the calls you have with clients where you may be teaching or something similar. You could upload here as well. So that's what I would do as well before I would create maybe like a book or a huge masterclass or a webinar, whatever it is. I would put all the consulting I had one-on-one with my clients, I would put in there as well, because on each video, like each consulting, there is a lesson as well. So that's what I would do as well. And now it's going to give me, it can give me now the outline for each of it and tell me how, I could plan now my webinar. And then I know, okay, the first phase of the webinar would be talking about views, don't pay the bills, focus on the metrics, on the KPIs, the business KPIs, very important. But that said, what I would do if I would go really, really serious down this road, I would obviously say, okay, it's a webinar or it's a book or it's a masterclass. So that's the only difference I would do. And then it would be easier for Notebook LM, obviously, to structure this in. Now I would have here, as you can see, it's a long text. So here, module 2, we just at module 2. So as you can see, it was already a long text. So this is what I would do if I would start writing my own book, and it keeps going and keeps going. Wow. Love it. So this is what I would take as my first draft to see, okay, here are my topics. And then I would go in each module. I would go deeper to really give, well, obviously my audience the best possible as we could do. And then I talked about the mind map and the video overview, etc. So I quickly want to show you. So very interesting is also the mind map. So for our case, it's very cool. You can toggle this all on here, common mistakes and challenges. So you can also have like more of a guidance, a visual guidance. And it's like, okay. And now what I would say, understanding metrics, maybe it's quite interesting. Retention graph, returning viewers, channel CTR, traffic source CTR, browser suggested, quite interesting. So what I could say, what exactly does that mean? I could click here, and now it's going to discuss what the sources say about traffic source CTR, browse was suggested in the larger context of understanding metrics. So very, very interesting. It's going to give me now a blueprint, as I said. If you're going to put this, because you want to study what we are doing, you could do this, and then you could read all the stuff, and you see, okay, he's talking about this there. Okay, I could have a deeper look, or this, so you could always go check there, go deeper. And then, as I just quickly said, it's already creating videos for us. Very, very cool. If you're going to do this the first time, this would take a while. I have no clue how long it took, because I just clicked the button and left, and then I came back after a while. I think first time I tried it, I'd say 20 minutes maybe. And yeah, if I'm just going click through here, you can see it's creating these slides. Very minimalistic, but I like it. And it's like talking basically about about our channel basically. So it's very, very cool. So if you're more a visual learner, so this is something for you as well. So now your repurposing's dialed in, but what about your actual scripts? If you're still spending hours writing YouTube videos, the next video will change everything. I'll show you how to go from idea to finished script in under 10 minutes using the exact system I built after getting crushed by content burnout. Click here to watch and start scripting faster, clearer, and without second guessing every line.